Here in Germany, media reports suggest the defense minister is planning to resign. Christine Lambrecht has come under scrutiny for a number of blunders, most recently an unofficial New Year's message that critics found distasteful. She also allowed her son to fly with her on official business in a government helicopter. Lambrecht, a member of Chancellor Olaf Scholz's Social Democrats, has taken heat for failing to reform Germany's military fast enough. DW's political correspondent Emily Godin has more on this story for us. Emily, plenty of criticism here for the defense minister. What more can you tell us about the reports that she's about to resign?
Well, national newspapers have actually come out on Friday saying that she officially resigned as defence minister. She has already apparently spoken to Chancellor Scholz about her resignation, and she's planning on making that decision public next week. Now, as you just said, this comes amid a series of blunders, mini scandals almost, as I would put it. You know, she's not necessarily, these scandals have not necessarily erupted because her politics is so terrible. It's because of like small missteps, this feeling as if she's not fit for the job, and with these sort of, you know, she's got terrible press, and that's just made her look, that's just been a huge embarrassment, not just for her, but also for the Chancellor himself. And so these rumours, they come at a time where people think, yeah, it might be time to go for her.
So what has she been like as a defence minister? What are some of these blunders that have taken place?
Well, on a smaller scale, these blunders have been, you know, she showed up at a military training site and she was wearing high heels, so she just looked out of step, out of touch with her surroundings. She, you know, then it also turned out that she had a nail appointment during official working hours. It's like small things where you think, are you not taking your job seriously? And the problem with that is obviously the context, right? We're dealing with the war in Ukraine. The German reputation already appears, you know, to be very hesitant when it comes to arms deliveries. When you look at the state of the German army, it doesn't look very good. You know, we recently had a training exercise with Pumas that were meant to be sent to the NATO eastern flank. They all failed. So, you know, we're already in the middle of, you know, a difficult time for the German government where it is under pressure for its attitude and for its behaviour in this whole conflict. And then you have a defence minister who appears not fit for the job. So it is very difficult. And if you look at her career in itself, I mean, she used to be justice minister under the last government under Merkel. And after that, she actually had announced that she would be, you know, leaving politics. And then, to everyone's surprise, she reappeared and became defence minister, which it was rumoured she also didn't really want. She wanted to become interior minister. So it comes, all of this, you know, it doesn't fit into this whole picture very well. It appears she didn't want the job. She didn't do particularly good job in terms of, you know, her press just wasn't very good. In terms of her politics, there's not much you can say about it. But, yeah, I don't think it comes as a big surprise to others.
Now, just briefly, what does this mean for Olaf Scholz's cabinet and for the government?
Well, I mean, a lot of people in the government itself and in government circles were expecting a cabinet reshuffle anyways, because the Interior Minister is set to join the election in Hessen, which is the area, the region, the central region in mid-Germany around Frankfurt. So that would mean she'd have to leave her position as Interior Minister. And so there would have been a reshuffle anyways. But obviously, you know, it doesn't look fantastic for him because he apparently had to, you know, he has to admit in some way or another that he maybe has made a mistake with her, which he is very reluctant to admit. On an international level, I mean, not much is going to change, I assume. The decisions of arms deliveries are not just solely her decision, it's the decision that Olaf Scholz makes in his coalition government together with alliance partners. But, yeah, I mean, it doesn't brighten up Germany's reputation when it comes to its military and defence policies.
Right. Thank you very much, Emily Godin, DW political correspondent.